It's the debate that will probably never go away. Michael versus LeBron. Where does Kobe rank? Is Steph in the all-time top 10? We thought we should bring AI into this to help, so we asked Chat GPT to rank the best 20 NBA players of all time, but also give us the reasons behind every player's rank. Here's what artificial intelligence thinks the NBA all-time ranking is, and why. Barely making the top 20 is point guard Chris Paul. AI thinks that despite not having a ring yet, he is an elite passer, defender, and floor general. Multiple top 5 MVP finishes, has changed every team he joined, and has a solid argument as a top 3 point guard ever. At 19 is Miami Heat legend Dwyane Wade. 3-time champion, 1-time Finals MVP, AI sees him as an elite shot-blocking guard. Part of one of the best big threes ever, AI thinks he peaked a little too soon and could have ranked higher if injuries hadn't slowed him down. In at 18 sits probably the most entertaining guy in all of basketball, Sir Charles Barkley. 1-time MVP and an extremely dominant rebounder despite being only 6'4". AI thinks because his career overlapped with MJ's, he never stood a chance of winning a ring, but sees him as an underrated playmaker and scorer. Already in the top 20, at number 17, is the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 1-time champion, 2 times MVP, DPOY, Finals MVP. AI thinks his ranking is justified by his insane physical talent with relentless drive, and also the fact he's still writing his story. If he wins 1 to 2 more rings, AI thinks he might crack top 10 easily. At number 16 is Dallas Mavericks legend Dirk Nowitzki. AI is extremely impressed by the run in 2011 when he carried the underdog Mavs to one of the most improbable NBA titles of all time. But his ranking is also helped by the fact he's in the all-time top 10 scoring, and also he's one of the loyalty icons of the NBA, having spent his entire career in Dallas. Number 15 on the list is Jerry West, aka The Logo. 1-time champion, 9-time finals appearances, and to this day the only player to win finals MVP in a loss. AI thinks he was one of the clutchest players in NBA history, but despite being an iconic figure, can't be ranked higher because of all his L's in the NBA finals. Coming in at 14 is the late great Wilt Chamberlain. 2-time champion, 4-time MVP. He averaged 50 points in one season and is the only player to ever score triple digits in a single game. AI thinks his stats were unreal, but struggled to translate it to more rings. Despite his greatness, his rivals, like Bill Russell, often got the better of him in big moments. 13 on the list is Oscar Robertson. 1-time NBA champion in Milwaukee with Kareem, and 1-time MVP, he was a player way ahead of his time, averaging a triple-double back in 1961. Often forgotten among the NBA greats, he was a statistical monster during his era. In at number 12 sits Kevin Durant. 2-time champion, 1-time MVP, 4-time scoring champ. AI sees him as the most unstoppable scorer since Kobe. He's considered to be the most skilled 7-footer in the history of the NBA. But it's also AI who say he can't be ranked higher because he joined the 73-9 Warriors to get his rings. Barely missing out on the top 10, at number 11 is Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. 2-time champion, 1-time MVP, and arguably the best defensive big ever. He outplayed all the great bigs of his era, like Shaq, Ewing, and David Robinson during his title run. Footwork was God tier. That's the AI saying it, not me. Now on to the fun part, the top 10. The list is opened by Warriors great Steph Curry, 4-time champion, 2-time MVP, and the only unanimous one ever. AI agrees he's the greatest shooter ever, and he literally changed how the game is played, for the good and the bad. Chat GPT is impressed by his off-ball movement and gravity, but says he can't be ranked higher because he's not elite defensively. In at number 9, we have Shaq, who AI sees as the most dominant physical presence this side of Wilt. 4-time champion, 3-time Finals MVP, Shaq was simply unstoppable during his three-peat with the Lakers. AI says he should have ranked higher if he stayed in shape consistently. At number 8, we find the Black Mamba, the late great Kobe Bryant. 5-time champion, 1-time MVP, 18-time All-Star, and not to be neglected, 12-time All-Defense. He was the closest thing to MJ in terms of mindset and skill set. AI thinks his volume shooting hurt his efficiency, but the clutch gene was real. At number 7 sits Spurs legend Tim Duncan. 5-time champion, 2-time MVP, 15-time All-Defense. He was a quiet killer who dominated for 20 seasons and incredibly never missed the playoffs during his tenure in San Antonio. The Spurs were always relevant with him in the lineup. In at number 6, we find former legendary Celtics number 6, Bill Russell, 11 rings in 13 seasons. He was a defensive savant and ultimate winner. Didn't stuff the stat sheet offensively, but he defined what it meant to win. AI says he can't be ranked any higher because he played in a weaker era talent-wise. And now for the top 5. The list is opened by another Celtics great, Larry Bird. 3 times MVP in a row, 3-time champion, a cold-blooded competitor. Bird was a basketball genius. Passer, shooter, trash talker. Even though injuries shortened his prime, AI thinks his career was legendary enough to justify his place among the all-time greats. At number 4, we find Bird's fiercest rival, Irving Magic Johnson. 5-time champion, 3-time MVP. He revolutionized the PG role at 6'9". He was the engine of the Showtime Lakers. Led the league in assists 4 times and won Finals MVP as a rookie, among his other incredible achievements. Ranked 3rd in AI's all-time list sits Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He has an NBA record 6 regular season MVPs to go along with 6 rings. He was a longevity monster. His skyhook was simply unstoppable, and he was elite for 2 full decades. Sometimes gets underrated because he wasn't flashy, but definitely belongs in the top 3 all time. And then there were 2. Ranked 2 by AI's all-time list is none other than
LeBron James.
the King, LeBron James. All-time leading scorer, 4-time MVP, 4-time champion in 10 finals appearances. Longevity like no other. Still elite in year 22. Versatile enough to be the best player at any position. Despite all the accolades, AI does see the 4-6 finals record and multiple super teams created as a slight knock for his GOAT case. And of course, sitting atop of the list is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 6-0 in the finals, 5-time MVP, 10 scoring titles, best two-way player of his era. He's the gold standard for clutch play, killer instinct, and global impact. The GOAT to most, including Chat GPT, because he never let a finals go to Game 7. So guys, that's the list. What are your thoughts? Is anybody missing from the top 20? And if so, who are they replacing? Did AI get the order right, especially near the top of the rankings? Let us know in the comments below. What is your version of this list? And as always, thanks for watching.